Very good morning, students. For this lecturing video session, I am going to teach you how to construct an involute. Right? Let me just read out the question and understand and make you understand what kind of problem it is. Because in involute we have two, square of the involute and the second one is circle of the involute. Right? Let me just read out the question here. Draw the involute of circle. Therefore, this question belongs to the circle of the involute, right? Of radius 15 mm, draw the locus of the free end of the coil for unwinding through an angle 360 degree. Draw also a normal and tangent at any point on the curve. Given data, the radius of the circle is given as 15 mm. So, the radius is equal to 15 mm and the coil is unwinding over the circular object for an angle of 360 degree, that is 360 degree. See, I will just explain with an object. So, this is a circular cross section object, isn't it? Here what it says 360 degree, that means to complete one full turn it makes 360 degree, isn't it? So what I am going to do is, this is one full winding, this could be one full winding, right? I am starting from here. First, I have wounded one full turn over the circular object. The thread or the coil has been wound around the object. One full turn, that is 360 degree. What it says, the coil is unwinding through an angle of 360 degree. What I am going to do, keeping the thread as tight, start unwinding it. While unwinding the coil, it traces some points in the space, right? It traces some points on the space. This is 360 degree. Keeping the coil tight and unwinding it, while unwinding, it traces some point in the space. That point I am going to plot it to get the shape of involute. The given radius is 15 mm. This is not a diameter of the circle. This is the radius. So take 15 mm in your compass. 15 mm in your compass and C as center. And C as center. 15 mm in your compass, draw a full circle. Draw a full circle. Now, this particular circle to be divided into 8 equal divisions or equal parts. So, drawing a horizontal line, if I draw a horizontal line, now this particular circle has been divided into 2 equal divisions. If I draw a vertical line passing through the center, now this particular circle has been divided into 4 equal divisions. So what did I tell you? I need to divide this particular circle into 8 equal divisions, for which keep a protractor in this manner. Choose 45 degree and here also 45 degree. Now take scale and draw a line marked at 45 degree passing through the center C. Right? So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 segment has been made for this particular circle. Now for 45 degree passing through the center, now this particular circle has been divided into 8 equal parts. So starting point could be taken as 8 and the numbering should be in the anti-clockwise direction or 5, 6 and 7. Right. For one complete turn, how much length it would have been consumed, the length of the string. To complete one full turn, that is 360 degree, right, to complete this much length, which is nothing but the circumference length, because this is the circumference of the circle, right. I have bound the particular coil over the object to complete one full turn. This is the length of this is the circumference length of the string or the coil. So the circumference length could be circumference length of the circle. Formula is pi d r 2 pi r. See, for this particular problem, it is being given radius directly. So I choose the second formula. 2 into pi into radius is 15. So which is equal to 94.2 mm. 94.2 mm. Now draw a line which should be tangential to the point 8. Right. Now take 94.2 mm either in your scale or in your compass, keeping 8 and cut an arc here. This is the length of the coil, which is nothing but the circumference length of the circle. This is nothing but the circumference length of the circle. Right. So the length could be 94.2. 94.2. This is the circumference length of the string or coil. Right. Now what is next? I have shown by unwinding the coil, it traces some points in the space. By plotting those points or the which is traced out, you will get a shape of involute, isn't it? Right. Now what I am going to do is going to draw the tangential line for all the points. First what I did, I have drawn a tangential line from point 8. Right. Next, tangential point for line 1. Look at here, it should be 90 degree. Here it is 90 degree. Similarly, here it is 90 degree. Next, for line point 2, allow to draw a tangential line which is 90 degree. It should be 90 degree. Extend it. I don't know where exactly it's going to complete. So simply just extend those lines. Then for point 3, draw tangential line. Similarly for 4, 5, 6 and 7. Got it? So for all the points, so starts from 8 to 7, you'll have to draw tangential lines. Tangential line which should be 90 degree to it. I have drawn the tangential line for all the points. What is next? I have to divide this circumference length into 8 equal parts. Since the circle has been divided into 8 equal parts, I have to divide this circumference length into 8 equal parts. What is the method to be adopted here? I have taught you in the cycloidal curves, that is cycloid, epicycloid and hypocycloid, a method which has been used to divide this particular division, that is the where there it was the directing circle or base circle or baseline or direct line. Here this is the length of the coil, that is the circumference length of the coil need to be divided into 8 equal division. That method name is bisecting method. Taking more than half, then now the distance is 8 to, let me just take this as P, 8 to P. I will have to divide this into 8 equal division. Stretch your compass, keeping at 8, take more than half, cut an arc. And keeping at P, cut an arc. Now draw a perpendicular line to the circumference length which was drawn. Now this particular portion has been divided into two equal divisions. Now this is my extreme points 8 and this point. Taking more than half of it, cut an arc. Keeping your compass here, cut an arc here. Now draw a perpendicular line to the string length, that is the coil length, the circumference length. Look at here. Now this has been divided into two segments. Now this is the limit. From 8 to this much is the limit. Now stretching your compass, taking more than half, cut an arc. Keeping at this point, cut an arc, extend it. Similarly, repeat the same. This is the extreme points. Take more than half, cut an arc. Keeping at here the compass, cut an arc. This has been divided. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, and this also need to be divided into 4 equal divisions. These are the extreme points. Taking more than half of this line in a compass, cut an arc here. Keeping a compass at the right extreme point, cut an arc. This has been divided into 2 equal divisions. Now this is the extreme points. Stretching the compass for more than half, cut an arc. Keeping a compass here, cut an arc. Similarly, here these are 2 extreme points. Stretching the compass to take more than half of this line. Now keep the compass at point P, cut an arc. Look at here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal divisions. Here the numbering for the circle is being given as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For this one I am going to give 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash and 8 dash. Right. First divided this circle into 8 equal divisions. Draw tangential line. Then from point 8 take the circumference length of the circle and cut an arc. That is the point P. Next, this circumference length needs to be divided into 8 equal division, which I have done. Next, you watch carefully. Now keep your compass at 1. Keep your compass at 1, that means 1 dash, and stretch it to P, that is 8 dash. Stretch it to P. 1 to P. Measure in your compass. From where I have taken the measurement? From 1. Now keep it at 1 on the circle. Keep your compass leg, the one of the leg of the compass at 1. Cut an arc. Cut an arc. If this is P, this could be P1. Same procedure needs to be repeated. Shift compass to point 2 dash to P. 2 dash to P. From where I have taken the measurement? From 2 dash. Now keep it at 2. Keep it at 2. And cut an arc on the line which has been extended from point 2. That is a tangential line. This point can be taken as P2. Now stretch your compass from 3 dash to P. Take the length of this distance, that is 3 dash and P dash in your compass. From where I have taken the measurement? 3 dash. Then keep it at 3. The line which has been extended from 3, cut an arc. Cut an arc. This could be P3. Right? Now take the measurement from 4 dash to P. From where I have taken the measurement? Point 4. Keep the compass at 4 and cut an arc. This could be P4. This point is P4. Now 5 dash to 8. That is 5 dash to P. Keep your compass at 5 and cut an arc on the line which is extended from point 5. Now 6 dash to P. 6 dash to P. Keeping at 6, cut an arc. Now 7 dash to P. 7 dash to P. Keeping at 7, cut an arc. This could be P5, this could be P6 and this could be P7. So now 8 dash P, which could be here. This could be P8. What I did? I plotted all the points on the space. Now I am going to plot. That means going to draw the profile of this particular involute, that is circle of the involute. Now with free hand, draw the, connect all the points, passing through the points which has been traced out, right? So once you are confident enough that the curve which is drawn here is a smooth curve, what you have to do? Now change your pencil from 2H to H or HB. Now H or HB is in your hand by a smooth curve over this. It should be dark curve. Passing through the lines which has already been drawn, that is the curve which has been drawn, right? To complete one full turn, that means 360 degree, the profile could be the shape of the centrifugal pumps and cams. So the shape, that is the involute. This is the involute. This is nothing but involute. Involute of a circle. What is next? I have constructed the involute. Read out the sub question here. Draw also a normal and tangent at any point on the curve. It is not specified that from the center of the circle some distance away. It is not specified. It is simply given that any point on the curve. What I am going to do is, I am going to choose a point on the curve in this particular segment and taking this point as M and taking this point as M. Now going to draw a line from M to the center of the circle. From M to the C, the center of the circle. Draw a line. So connecting the center and the chosen point on the curve, right? So a thin line. Now I need to find the midpoint of this line CM. Midpoint. How this midpoint can be obtained? Either you have to just keep the scale here and find the midpoint. There is another one method which I taught you, isn't it? To split this line, there is a bisecting method, right? Stretching more than half of it and cut an arc here. And keeping at M, cut an arc here. Now draw a perpendicular line to CM. This is the midpoint of this line CM. Now take your compass from C to, this point, midpoint to C or midpoint to M. This is one and the same, right? This distance and this distance are equal because I have chosen the midpoint here. Stretching your compass from midpoint to the C and draw a semicircle. Chosen the midpoint, taking the measurement from the midpoint to the C and keeping at midpoint, draw a semicircle which meets the center of the circle, right? While drawing the semicircle, you would have noticed some intersection, this semicircle intersected this circle. This point is M1, right? Now join the point M1 and M. Line M1 and M. Connect it. Right? You all know that a line which is penetrates into the profile which could be tangent or normal. Yes, of course it should be normal. Draw a dark line. This is nothing but N dash. Then how the tangent can be drawn? If you choose 90 degree to this, that means normal, keeping your protractor in this manner and choose 90 degree, and draw a line passing through M, which could be the tangent of the curve T dash. Look at this could be 90 degree, right? So this is how you will have to construct the involute and tangent normal. Let me just reiterate the same thing. That means what are the things should be drawn as dark? The curve, that is profile, the involute, tangent and normal. These are the three things should be drawn as dark by using H or HB pencil. After completing the profile, what is next? The dimensioning. Dimensioning of the circle, because the radius of the circle is given 15. So let me just mention here by extending it. And since it is radius, so therefore from the center to the boundary of the circle, I am marking it. This is the leader line. I am mentioning R15. R15, right? So then the circumference length has been covered here. Anything else left out? No, nothing. Next, what I have to do? I have to give the note. That is N dash stands for normal. Normal. The guideline should be of 5 mm height. 5 mm height. And T dash as tangent. Then the dimensioning or the scale which has been used here, since I haven't considered any special scaling, as it is I have drawn. Whatever the dimension given, as it is I have drawn. Therefore, the scale should be 1:1. The scale should be 1:1. Then what about the dimensioning? Here R15, 94.2. What would be the unit of this dimensioning? That also needs to be captured here by drawing the guideline of 5 mm height. All dimensions are in mm. All dimensions are in mm. Are in mm. Are in mm. Suppose in the question it is mentioned that name the curve. So I have already named here involute. Suppose it is asked, then you have to just open up one more guideline mentioning this curve is circle of involute. That needs to be specified in the guideline. Hope you all have understood the concept how to construct the circle of involute. I will teach you couple of methods to construct how to construct the involute when the string length is shorter or more than one complete bound in the upcoming videos. Thank you.